Hello everyone, good morning. Am I audible? Right. Okay. So let's begin with the session. So today's topic is going to be really important here. Okay. So let us try to concentrate on that particular topic here. Okay. So now guys, what is the topic which we are supposed to understand today is, okay, it's a very beautiful topic here. Okay. So that is nothing but interfaces. So we are supposed to talk about a beautiful topic, and that topic is nothing but interface here. Okay, so what is interface here? Okay, so we have to understand what is interface. So in simple English, okay, so the first point which I want to tell, okay, what is an interface with respect to this is nothing but interface is a Java type definition. What is interface? Interface is a Java type definition that has to be declared using interface keyword. Okay, so this is the first point which we are supposed to understand over here. Okay, so in any interview for that matter here, you will always come across one particular question here. Okay, what is an interface? Interface is a Java type definition which has to be declared using interface keyword, meaning interface is something similar to a class. Okay, but class has to be declared using class keyword, whereas interface will be declared using interface keyword. Okay, so this is the first point. Second point here is, okay, you can also indicate what is this interface in a different manner. So how is this here? Okay, let me explain it to you in a beautiful manner over here. Okay, so this is one thing, this is one more part. Okay, so over here, let me just write it down a couple of things here, so that it becomes a very easy part to understand this. Okay, so I have an interface here, INTERFACE and E here. Okay, so there is an interface over here. So now in Java's perspective, there is an other way of answering what is an interface. Okay, interface is a medium between two systems here. What is an interface? Interface is a medium between two systems here, wherein one system will behave as the client. Okay, one system will behave as the client and another system will behave as object with resources or object with services here. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to understand. What is an interface? Interface is a medium between two systems. Okay, wherein one system is the client and another system is object with services or resources. For example, okay, so we will try to understand this particular example here so that it becomes a very easy topic here. Example here. Now guys, there is a person. Okay, there is a person, and there is he's and there is fan. Okay, he's in his room, and there is fan here. Now the person wants to switch on or switch off the fan, but now he has an interface between them. He has an interface between the person and the fan. What is the interface here? That interface is nothing but switch here. Similarly, see, person wants to switch on the fan or switch off the fan here. So there's a medium, there's an interface between them. What is it? It's the switch here. So similarly, okay, see here, there is a person, okay, there is a person, okay, and there is television, okay, TV. Now here, this person wants to change channel. Okay, he's watching some cartoon. Now he wants to watch some sports channel. Okay, so what will he do here? There is an interface between person and the TV. What is that interface? It's the remote here. Correct. So if he wants to change the channel here, he'll make use of an interface between TV and the person. What is it? It's the remote here. So in simple terms here, how do you understand interface in Java is it has a couple of definitions here. So the first definition is nothing but interface is a Java type definition which has to be declared using interface keyword, meaning it is something similar to a class, but here it has to be declared using interface keyword. Or you can answer it in different way. What is it? Sir, interface is a medium between two systems. Okay, it's a medium between two systems. When one system is the client and another system is object with resources or object with services. See, person is the client and the fan has the mechanism or the services to provide the breeze. Correct? And who is the interface? Switch. Person is the client and fan is the object with services. And what is the functionality of a fan? To provide breeze. Correct? Similarly, person is the client and TV is the object with resources, object with services. What is it is used to do? It is used to telecast something. Correct? And what is the interface between them? Remote here. Got it? So this is what we are supposed to understand when it comes to interfaces here. Got it? So what is the syntax like, sir? What is the syntax like, sir? So the third part which I will be talking about here is the syntax here. Sir, what is the syntax of an interface, sir? I will tell it to you. Interface has to be created with the help of interface keyword, followed by I have to give the interface name. Okay, and then open curly braces and close curly braces. This is the scope of the interface and I have to write the implementation over here. Got it? Class will be created with the help of class name. Whereas interface is interface name. Open curly braces and provide the implementation over here. Got it? So we understood the definition of it and we also understood the syntax of defining an interface. Okay. And the fourth point here is, can interface have variables, sir? Can it have variables, sir? Your answer is yes. Okay, definitely interface can have variables here, but automatically all the variables are you like it, you don't like it. It is public, static, and final. So interface can definitely have variables here, but automatically those variables are public, static, and final here. Got it here? So the next point over here is, okay, the next point over here is, sir, can interface have methods, sir? Can interface have methods, sir? Your answer is yes. Your answer is yes, but all those methods are automatically public and abstract. Okay, all those methods are automatically public and abstract over here. Got it? Similarly, sir, can we achieve easy relationship with an interface here? Can a class achieve easy relationship with an interface? Your answer is yes, but we make use of a different keyword called as implement here. We make use of a predefined keyword called as implement, not extends here. Got the clarity here? So I'll write down a small table over here wherein you can easily understand it. Okay, whatever I'm trying to tell over here. Okay, so here imagine. Okay, this is a small table which I want to draw here. Okay, so here imagine we have, okay, so this is all about it. Okay, this is the small table which I want to draw here. Imagine guys, I have a class and this is also a class, and here there is an interface. Okay, over here also there is an interface. Okay, class to class easy relationship, we always make use of extends keyword. Okay, if you want to achieve easy relationship here, class to class it's always extends, but class to an interface we don't make use of extends keyword, rather we make use of a predefined keyword called as implements over here. Okay, interface to class here we don't have any relationship at all, but interface to interface we again make use of extends keyword here. So in simple English here, sir, class to class extends, interface to interface extends, but class to an interface implements, but interface to a class there is no relationship over here. Okay, So these are the few things which we are supposed to understand when we talk about interfaces here. Got it? It's a very, very simple topic which we are supposed to understand over here. Got it? So now let us try to talk about a few more things here, okay, so that it becomes a very, very easy topic by the end of the session here. Okay. So now what I'll try to do here is, let me create, a class here. Well, let me create an interface. How do we create an interface, sir? Interface has to be created with the help of an interface keyword, followed by I have to give the interface name. So I'll give the interface name as person. Open curly braces and close curly braces. Clear? So now here, okay. So what I'll try to do here is each and every person will have a name. Correct? So now can interface have variables? Yes, interface can have variables. So I will have string is the data type. Okay, string is the data type. Name is the variable name equals to, I shall write the name, okay, name of the person as, okay, for example, I'll write it as Tom. Okay, Tom. And I terminate using semicolon. So now this variable is defined in an interface called as person. So automatically this variable will behave as public, static and final. If you declare any variable in an interface, it will automatically behave as public, static and final here. Got it? Can interface have methods here? Absolutely. So, but it can have only abstract methods. Okay, see, I have void is the return type. Okay, eat is the method name, open parenthesis close, and I terminate using semicolon. But is it an abstract method here? Yes, sir. It is having only declaration. It's an abstract method. But I told you one more point, sir. All abstract methods should be declared using abstract keyword, right? But here, since we have defined this method in an interface called as person, this method is automatically public and abstract. We need not explicitly declare it as public and abstract here. Got it? So we just understood how do we create an interface and how do we define variables and methods in an interface. Now I will have a class and the class name is, okay, we'll write it as employee. What is the class name? Employee. Open curly braces, close curly braces. Now I want to achieve easy relationship with an interface. Class to an interface, okay, employee to person, meaning class to an interface, we have to achieve easy relationship with the help of implements keyword. So I make use of a keyword called as implements over here. Very good. So we made use of an keyword. What is that keyword? It's implements here. Okay, so implements, what is that interface name here? That interface name is person. Okay, interface name is person. But there's one small problem over here. Okay, so what is that small problem here? So this class is a concrete class, and concrete class will allow only concrete methods. But when I tell implements person, this abstract method is inherited into employee, meaning we are supposed to implement it. Implement meaning there is no implementation in an interface. The eat method does not have any implementation. So when a class implements an interface, we have to mandatorily override the method here. Okay. So for overriding the method, what am I supposed to do here? For overriding the method, sir, I have to write the same return type. Okay. Same return type, same method name, okay, same number of arguments, but open curly braces and close curly braces. So this is the implementation. So I just write the implementation as system.out.println. I will just write it as eating. Is it an overridden method? Absolutely. So I can write it as annotation override. Okay. But there's one small missing part here. Okay. What is that missing part here? Is it valid? No, it's not valid. There's some small problem here. What is that problem? Can you think and tell me? So you might tell, sir, it's absolutely a valid program, but there's one small error here in my program. Can you think and tell me what is that error here? What is that error here? Think and tell me, guys. I'll wait for it. Think and tell me what is the error here. Someone told, sir, you have to make use of abstract keywords, sir. No, no, no. See, in a method, in an interface, if you define a method here, it's automatically public and abstract here. Okay. And if you define a variable here, it's automatically public, static, and final here. So the problem is with respect to overriding. Sir, what is that? The problem here is whenever we are overriding a method, same return type, same method, same number of arguments. But the access specifier over here is automatically public. So whenever you override a method from an interface, make sure you have to have the same access specifier or it should be of increased visibility. Meaning when you override a method, the access specifier has to be same or it should be of increased visibility. Meaning if you have a default method, once you override it, you can remain it as default or you can increase the visibility to public here. Got it? Now imagine the access specifier is default, you public. Okay, the access specifier is public, but you cannot decrease the visibility to default. Why? Public has the highest visibility, while overriding the access specifier should be same or of increased visibility. It cannot be of decreased visibility. So here automatically the eat method's access specifier is public. Okay, automatically, implicitly. So while overriding, I have to retain it as same or I have to increase its visibility. So that's the reason here we will get a small error here. Okay, I'll show it to you practically, don't worry. Okay, and then here I will have my main method wherein, okay, I am supposed to access the data here. Okay, so now here if I want to access this name is public. Public means everyone can access. Static means we have to access it with the help of class name or interface name. And final meaning we cannot change it. So system.out.println, what is the interface name or class name? Person. So I have to write it as person.name here. Why? Because it's a static variable. So automatically it is public, static and final. So you have to access it with the help of class name or interface name. But now you want to access this eat method. Eat is a non-static method in employee class. So you will create an object of employee. Okay. And you will call that eat method. E.eat method in a beautiful manner. So you will get the output as eating here. So this is all about the entire process of understanding what is a method, okay, and what are we supposed to do here, okay. So this entire process, how is it going to work like? But we are supposed to see it in a practical manner here, okay, so don't worry over here, okay, this is all about it, okay. So here what am I supposed to do over here is, let me open Eclipse over here, okay. So after that, let me execute a couple of programs here, okay. So that is wherein you'll have the complete clarity about whatever we are doing today, okay. So first of all, let me create a project, okay. I'll create a Java project and the Java project name is Interface Programs. Okay, I created a project and what is the project name? And that project name is Interface Programs. Under that, let me create a package. Control N. I will create a package and that package name is com. Project got created, package got created, and what is the next step here? It's a class, sir. Okay, so class or interface, whatever it is. Control N. Now we are supposed to create an interface. Can you see here? There's an option called as interface. Click on interface until next. Okay, so now it's asking me, sir, please give me the interface name. I will give the interface name as person and I tell finish. So I gave the interface name as person and I told finish here. Okay, so now what is happening over here? Okay, in this entire process, what is happening? See here, this is a beautiful program, Java program. Package com means there is a folder by the name called as com and person.java file is present in com folder. Public is an access specifier wherein everyone can access it. Interface is a Java type definition which has to be declared using interface keyword, meaning it is something similar to a class which has to be declared using interface keyword. Okay, or we have two definitions. It's a medium between two systems. wherein one system is the client and another system is object with services. Okay. Now, can an interface have variable? Yes. See, I will just write it as int. Okay. ID of the person. Okay. Imagine it's Aadhaar ID or election, passport, whatever ID, some ID, and the ID of that respective person is 101. Okay. But now, since this variable is declared and initialized in an interface, it is automatically, okay, public static final int id equals to 101. This is how it looks like internally. You might have told it as int id equals to 101. That's it. But it is automatically public static and final here. Okay. Similarly, can interface have concrete methods? You know, see, void eat method. So here when I try to have a concrete method, it's giving an error. See, this is a method with declaration and implementation. As of now, interface can have only abstract methods. Okay. But abstract methods meaning it should have only declaration but no implementation. But I told you, sir, abstract method should be declared using abstract keyword, no, sir. But since it's an interface, automatically the methods are public abstract void eat here. This is how it looks internally. Got it? In an interface, can we have variables? Your answer is yes, but it is automatically, implicitly public, static, and final. Can interface have methods? Yes, only abstract methods. And those methods are automatically public and abstract here. And we know how do we create an interface. It's almost similar to a class. Class name. Here, interface name. That's it. And we know what is an interface. Interface, there are two definitions. It's a medium between two systems. One is the client and other one is system with resources, object with services, or whatever it is. Okay. Or it's a Java type definition, meaning it's something similar to a class. That's it. Clear? Great. Now I will have a class. Okay, class name is Guldu. Okay, imagine the class name is Guldu. Okay, so here cannot create blah 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 blah. Okay, some error here. So here I'll just write it as okay. So Guldu exists already. Okay, I might have created it already. That's the reason. Yeah. Okay, great. So here I have tried. Sometimes, you know, it happens here. Okay. So I'll create a public class Guldu here. Okay. So this is all about it. Okay. So now what is happening over here? You have to understand and explain it to me first of all. So now, sir, we have an interface called as person. Okay. And there is a class called as Guldu. So now tell me, sir, class to an interface, what type of relationship can we achieve? Sir, is a relationship, sir. But how do we achieve is a relationship? Sir, make use of extend, sir, extends. No extends, why? Sir, class to class extends, sir, but class to an interface, it is implements. So I have to make use of implements keyword. Very good. So implements what? What is an interface name? Person. So now this class is giving an error. Why? So it's telling a dabba fellow, programmer. Okay, see, you are implementing an interface. Interface has only abstract methods, but Guldu is a concrete class. He will allow only concrete methods. So when a class is implementing an interface, make sure you will override the method. Got it? So you will override. How? Void is the return type. It is the method name. Open parenthesis close, open curly braces close, and you will give the implementation as eating biryani. Okay, that's it. Got it? Perfect. But now, why is it giving an error? Sir, make use of annotation override, sir. Okay. When I'm overriding a method, optionally I can make use of annotation override. Optional, not mandatory, optional. Okay, I'll make use of annotation override. But still it's giving an error. Why? Sir, this method is from interface person. This method is automatically public. So while overriding it, the access specifier should be same or of increased visibility. So therefore, I have to change the access specifier as public. So this is a class. In a class, if you do not write anything, it will behave as default, correct? So therefore, I have to explicitly write it as public here. This is all about it. So when a class is implementing an interface, we made sure that, okay, we are overriding that particular abstract method. Got it? And my execution will always start from my main method. Okay, main method. So now here, there's one common part over here. What is that, sir? Okay, simple. So that is nothing but, see here, this ID is present in an interface called as person. Public means everyone can access. Static means it belongs to the class. Interface is also something similar to a class only. Final means we cannot reinitialize. So we have to make use of class name or interface name is person dot ID. Why? Because ID is a public static final variable in the interface called as person. So you will access it with the help of interface name or class name. Okay. For accessing each method, you will create an object of guldo. Guldo g equals to new guldo of. Okay, you're just creating an object of guldo here, and you tell g dot eat method. You just write it as g dot eat method. That way, we are supposed to understand the actual content here. So this is all about the entire process of understanding what is an interface and how do we access it over here. So now when I execute it here, will I definitely get the output? 101% I'll get the output. Okay. So now if I just understand, look at it. It's taking time to, yeah, finally we got the output, right? Our expected output was, okay, to get it as 101 and biryani here. So I have got the expected output in a beautiful manner here. Okay. So this is all about, okay, the entire process of understanding what is an interface and how do we understand it. Okay. So I hope you all got the clarity about this entire process over here. Correct? But the same thing if we see in theoretical manner here, okay, the same thing if we see it in theoretical manner, the same thing I've documented it as well. See, first and the foremost thing is what is an interface. You have two definitions. You can tell whatever you want. It's a Java type definition which has to be declared using interface keyword. Class also it's a Java type definition, but class has to be declared using class keyword. Okay, but interface has to be declared using interface keyword. Or else interface is a medium between two systems. It's a media between two systems, wherein one system is the client, okay, and another system is object with resources or services. Got the clarity? I told person and the fan, there's an interface between it. What is it? It's the switch. Person and the television, there is an interface between it. What is it? It's nothing but remote. Similarly over here, and the interface between me and you is the online session, that is Java, correct? So that is the major reason here. Okay, what is connecting me and you? I'm a trainer and you're a student. So what is the connecting medium between you and me? I'm training Java and you're learning Java. So Java is the medium between, interface between me and you, correct? This is all about it. So interface is a media between two systems, wherein one system is the client or the user, or another system is object with resources or services. And how do we create an interface? With the help of interface keyword here. Clear? Can interface have variables? Absolutely. But automatically, you like it, you don't like it, you have to digest this point. It is automatically public, static, and final here. Got it? Can interface allow methods? Yeah, only abstract methods. But those abstract methods are automatically public and abstract here. So if you define or declare a method in an interface, it is automatically abstract here, public and abstract. Can a class achieve easy relationship with an interface? 101%. But you have to make use of implements. So did I give this small table? Class to class extends, interface to interface extends. But class to an interface, it's implements, but interface to a class, we cannot establish any relationship. Okay. So now here, what are we supposed to do? When a class implements an interface, mandatorily you have to override the method. Okay, when a class is implementing an interface, it means the interface has abstract methods and it does not have any implementation. So we have to implement an interface in such a way the major goal is to override it to provide the implementation. So now what is the next point? While overriding a method, the access specifier has to be seen. Okay. Or it has to be of increased visibility. Okay. So while overriding from default, okay, if there is a default method, if you are overriding, you can retain it as default or you can increase its visibility to public, but you cannot decrease the visibility to private here. Got it? So this is what we are supposed to understand. So the remaining points we'll understand in a couple of minutes here. Okay, so the remaining points we'll understand now. Clear? This is all about, guys. Trust me, this is one of the most easiest topic if you have understood. If not, I mean, this will give you a lot of butterflies. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell you here. Okay, I'll tell you here. One more thing. Okay, one more good example we'll try to see. Control N. I will create an interface, and that interface name is Imagine. It's Reserve Bank. Okay. What is that interface name? It's Reserve Bank. Okay. Is it a beautiful interface here? Yes. Interface will have what here? It will have only abstract methods. Void. Okay. And I'll have a method called as deposit. Open parenthesis. Close. Done. See, I have an abstract method. Correct? No. Reserve Bank is an interface. It can have only abstract methods, and all those abstract methods are automatically public and abstract. Correct? If you define a method in an interface, you don't have to write it as abstract. Only a Guldu person will write it as abstract. Why? It's automatically abstract. No. Why the hell are you defining it as abstract again here? Are you Guldu? No, right? I'm definitely not Guldu. I'm not writing it. So if you want, you can write it. Okay? Done. Similarly, I'll have one more interface. And that interface name is, we'll give it as HDFC Bank. Okay, we have a bank, Reserve Bank, and we have one class called as interface called as HDFC Bank. Now here, I want to achieve easy relationship between HDFC Bank and Reserve Bank. Now tell me, should I make use of extends, implements, or I cannot achieve easy relationship? What will be the output? What is the relationship I need to achieve easy? But is it extends or implements, or there is no relationship at all? Yeah, I want answers from everyone. I want answers from everyone. What should be the keyword here? Sure? Yeah, very good, sir. Interface to interface extends. Okay. I will tell extends Reserve Bank. Okay, I'll tell extends Reserve Bank. Very good. Got the clarity? Is it asking to override? No. Why? Sir, HDFC Bank is also an interface. When I tell extends Reserve Bank, this deposit method is inherited into HDFC Bank, which is also an interface. No, so it can allow abstract method easily. And it will have an abstract method called as withdraw. Okay. Now tell me, yeah, we are done with this entire part here. Now I'll have one class called as account holder. What is the class name? The class name is account holder here. So now here, okay, you have to tell me a couple of things here. Okay, you give me wrong answers, I'm gonna kill you seriously now. Okay, so see here, I want to achieve easy relationship between class and interface, that is account holder to HDFC Bank. Extends or implements? Account holder to HDFC Bank. Class to interface. Okay, I should always make use of implements. Very, very good. Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, so here I will make use of implements. I'll write it as HDFC Bank here. But it's giving an error. Why? Sir, when a class implements an interface, we have to override the abstract method. If you do not want to override the abstract method, no, make this class as also abstract. But what happens here? Abstract class can allow abstract methods. So when I tell implement HDFC Bank, the abstract method is inherited into abstract class. Since abstract class can allow abstract methods, so then it's fine. There is no necessity of overriding. But here, typically speaking, we will override it. Okay, we will override it. Correct. But my question is, when a class implements an interface, we have to either override the abstract method or make the class as abstract here. Got the clarity here? Contract of abstract, the same rules, guys. Okay. Now here, if I want to override it, how many methods should I override? Is it deposit method, or is it withdraw method, or is it both? So I need to override. That's the rule here. If when a class is implementing an interface, I need to override. Is it only deposit, or is it only withdraw, or is it on both? Okay, both. Tell me, answer and tell me. What should be the output? What should be the output? Okay, majority of you have told it as okay, only withdraw. Okay, great. Okay, so there are two types of answers I got it. Sir, you need to override both, or you need to override only withdraw. Guys, you all know easy relationship. There is an interface called as reserve bank. It has an abstract method called as deposit. Okay, now HDFC Bank extends reserve bank, meaning the abstract method deposit is inherited into HDFC Bank. Extends, guys, inheritance. So HDFC Bank has one implicit method which is inherited, that is deposit, and one explicit method which is defined by the programmer, that is withdraw. So HDFC Bank's two methods, one explicit, one implicit, one inherited, one explicitly defined. So therefore, if I override only withdraw method, okay, it will give an error. See, void is the return type, withdraw is the method, it gives an error. Okay, I need to override one more method. What is it? Void deposit. So I have to override both the methods here. Got it? But now it still gives an error. Why? Sir, while overriding a method from an interface here, the access specifier has to be same or of increased visibility. So therefore, make it as public. If you don't make it as public, compiler will nicely scold you. Okay, so he's scolding me. So I have to change it to public here. So optionally, I can make use of annotation override. If I'm overriding, I can make use of annotation override. Now, so here I'll just style it as withdrawn. Okay, here I'll just write it as deposited. For just my understanding, we're just trying to understand the functionalities over here. But majority of the time, we try to have the curly braces in the same line. Got it here? And then I'll have my main method wherein the execution will begin from. I will create an object of account holder ACC equals to new account holder, and I tell ACC dot deposit, ACC dot withdraw. So I will get the expected output here. This is all about the expected data here. So once I execute the program, I should be able to get the desired output here. See? Now when I execute it over here, did I get the expected output? See, I got the expected output as deposited and withdrawn here. Got it here? So this is what type of relationship? It's easy relationship. But under easy relationship, which type? Multi-level. How? Reserve bank, HDFC bank, account holder. So can we see UML notation? Okay, the pictorial representation of this entire program here. Okay, absolutely here, sir. Okay, we can see it. So how, sir? I will tell you. First of all, we had an interface, correct? So we had one interface, we had a second interface, and okay, we had two interfaces now, and then we had a class. Okay, now. So these are the three functionalities. Okay, so we had how many interface? Three interfaces over here. Okay, let me draw this. Yes. Okay, great, very good, perfect. So now, guys, so we had two interfaces, correct? First, we had an interface called as reserve bank. Okay. Then we had an interface called as HDFC bank. And then we had a class called as account holder. That's a class here. Okay, so now here reserve bank had a method. What is that method? Deposit. Okay, and the return type was void. Then there was easy relationship, that is implements. So extends, right? Sorry, this is nothing but extends here, normal arrow mark, interface to interface. And this also had a method called as withdraw. and the return type was void here. And there was implements. Okay, because it's class to an interface, it is implements. So how many methods should I override over here? I had to override, okay, override both methods. Okay, I had to override both the methods over here. Got it? So this is what we are supposed to understand when it comes to interface topic over here. Got it, guys? So now this angular braces over here, we call them as stereotypes. Okay, what do we call them as? We call them as stereotypes. Okay, what are they used for? These stereotypes are used to represent, okay, or indicate interfaces. Okay, are used to represent interfaces. If I write reserve bank in this open angular braces and close angular braces, it means it's an interface. Okay, these are called as stereotypes. Okay, and then when I write it as C over here, it means it's a class. Okay, and a normal arrow mark means it is extends. Okay, it means extends, and dotted arrow mark means it is implements here. So this is how we are supposed to represent it in pictorial data here, pictorial way, UML notation. Okay, that is how we are supposed to do it over here. Angular braces, two angular braces open and close are called as stereotypes, used to indicate or represent interfaces. C stands for class, and normal arrow mark for extends, and dotted arrow mark for implements here. So here, this deposit method was inherited by HDFC Bank, and HDFC Bank had withdraw. So deposit and withdraw had to be overridden in account holder because it's a class here. Got it? So these are the few things which we are supposed to understand over here. What type of inheritance is this? It is multi-level. Interface, see, Reserve Bank to HDFC extends. HDFC to account holder, it's implement. So that is how we are supposed to understand the normal functionalities of this entire process here. Okay. So there's one question here. Okay, sir. Why should we override both the methods here? It's actually common sense question here. Okay. So the reason is, see here, when I do not inherit Reserve Bank, okay, when I do not inherit Reserve Bank, account holder implements only HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank has only withdraw method. So I have to override only withdraw method. Correct? This is simple, no? So account holder implements HDFC Bank, and HDFC Bank has only a single method called as withdraw. So I have overridden the withdraw method. Now when I tell extends Reserve Bank, what do you mean by extends? What do you mean by inheritance? Acquiring the properties, no? So HDFC Bank extends Reserve Bank, meaning the deposit method from Reserve Bank is inherited into HDFC. So that is what I told. This is the third time I'm telling probably. Okay. So HDFC Bank has two methods. One is deposit method, which is implicitly inherited, and withdraw method, which is explicitly defined. Therefore, when I tell implements HDFC Bank, I have to override the withdraw method, which is explicitly present in HDFC Bank, and deposit method, which is implicitly present in HDFC Bank. Therefore, I need to override both the methods and call both the methods here. Got it? Now I hope you got the clarity. Clear? Great. Okay. So this is all about the entire data here. Okay. So now there's one more question. Okay. What is the difference between implements and extends? So I'll talk about it later. Okay. So because I'll give you the difference between what is abstract, concrete interfaces, and then I'll talk about it. Okay. So remaining most of the questions, I have answered it, I believe. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I've answered most of your questions here. Okay. But now, okay, let me try to ask you one more question. Okay, imagine, I will have an interface called as, JSpiders. Okay, I'll have an interface called as JSpiders. Okay, so this is a beautiful interface over here, correct? So now here, what do you do in JSpiders here? You will develop, correct? Void is the return type, develop is the method name, open parenthesis, close. So JSpiders is an interface. Okay, JSpiders is an interface. It can have only abstract methods and they are automatically public and abstract. Now I'll have one more interface called as QSpiders. Okay. In QSpiders, what do? You test an application. You learn the technologies with respect to testing an application. So I'll have a method called as tester. And now here, imagine, okay, so you have an employee, okay, you have an employee, okay, so here, so now my question is, okay, so my question is, just understand closely over here, there are two interfaces. Got the clarity? So there are two interfaces. What is it? JSpiders, and the job is to develop an application. And here it is QSpiders, wherein the job is to test an application. Correct? So can a class, okay, implement multiple interfaces, multiple inheritance, a one class, inheriting from multiple superclasses. Okay? Implements JSpiders? Yes. And QSpiders? Yes, here. So a class can implement any number of interfaces. It doesn't matter at all. Okay, one class can implement not one interface, not two interfaces. It can implement any number of interfaces. Now apply common sense and tell me how many methods should I override? See, when a class implements an interface, it means I have to override the method. Okay, if I do not want to override the method, then I have to make the classes abstract. Okay, because abstract classes can allow abstract methods. But now I want to override it because I don't want to, stop overriding here. Therefore, I want to override. So now if I want to override it, how many methods should I override? Is it only develop method, or is it only test method, or is it both? Now you should tell me, okay, properly. Common sense, sir. Both, sir. Why? Sir, employee is implementing JSpider, sir. So you have to override the abstract method from JSpiders that is developed, and it is implementing QSpiders also, sir. So you override the abstract method called as test from the QSpiders class. Got it? Very good. Okay, so all the interfaces it has to implement. Okay, so I will override. See, void is the return type. Develop is the method name, open parenthesis close. I give the implementation. Again, void test method, open parenthesis close, override. But still it's giving an error. No, why? Sir, the access specifier is automatically public over here. Therefore, we have to write the access specifier as public. Okay, we have to write the access specifier as public. Got it? Understood. So now if we, it's not necessary to use annotation override, but I like it to use because it's good standards to use this, right? So we have overridden it. So here in develop, you'll write it as developing, okay, developing application, okay. Here, what will you do in test here? Testing application. Got the clarity here? So this is what we are supposed to understand here. Got it? But now imagine we have a class called as, okay, we have a class called as one company name. Imagine it is test yantra only. Okay, test yantra. Okay, so we have a class called as test yantra. Okay, so in that class here, okay, we have a method called as void work method. Okay, so here I'll just write it as, okay, working over here. So now what is the reason I did this is because I want you all to make sure, can a class implement multiple interfaces and extend another class here? Okay, it's possible. It's possible. A class can implement any number of interfaces and extend another class. But now here, as soon as I tell extends, okay, extends test yantra, okay, test yantra here, it gives me an error. It's possible. I'm only telling you, no, it's possible. But a class has to extend, okay, a class has to extend another class and implement any number of interfaces, meaning you have to give the priority to the class. Okay, a class can extend another class and implement any number of interfaces. Got it? But a class cannot extend multiple classes. Okay, why? Multiple inheritance is not supported. Got it? So here, if you want, you can optionally override the work method. Okay, it's optional. Optionally, we can override. Okay, we can override work method. Okay, we can optionally override the work method over here. Further clarity, done. So now I'll have my main method wherein the execution will start from. I will create an object of employee, simple. Okay, employee e equals to new employee of. Here I'll tell e dot develop, e dot work, and see e dot test method. So we can do whatever we wish to here. Got it here. So this is how the entire process is going to work. Like, got it. So this is what I've documented. If you want to execute the program and see here, you'll get the output here. See, you'll get the data as first develop app, working, testing app here. So that way, it works everywhere. So this is what the last couple of points tell. Okay, what is it? A class can implement any number of interfaces. That is, a class can implement multiple interfaces at a time. Can one class extend another class and implement any number of interfaces? Absolutely possible. We can successfully do it over here. Okay. And now, can interface have constructors? No. Therefore, we cannot create an object of interfaces as well. Okay. So these are the two additional points which we are supposed to remember. Okay, this is all about the entire process about understanding what is an interface. But the most important part is we need to understand the differences here. Okay, so that is wherein we have to understand the most important part here. Got it? So now let us try to talk about the differences here so that you'll all be able to relate it in a beautiful manner here. Okay, so let me give the differences here, and then later, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. So first of all, let me talk about a couple of examples here, guys, so that it becomes very easy for you all. Okay. So first of all, I have this data. So firstly, I'll have this thing perfect, and then I'll have three parts, right? Okay, great. This is so we can try to do it. Okay, great. Okay. So here, great, great, and yeah, this is all about it. Okay, so this is my small table, okay, which you are supposed to understand. Imagine I have first interface, okay, then I have abstract class, then I have concrete class. Okay, so these are the three things we are supposed to understand: interface, abstract class, and concrete class. Okay, so now here, first of all, can interface constructors. Okay, we'll try to talk about constructors over here. First of all, is it possible to have constructors over here? So let us try to understand it. Okay, so can interface have constructors here? No, absolutely no. Okay, interface can never have constructors over here. It's not possible. Can abstract class have constructors, guys? Quickly tell me here. Interface can never have constructors over here. Okay, can abstract class have constructors here? Yes. Okay, I have showed it to you probably in the previous session. And obviously, concrete class can also have constructors here. So whenever you talk about constructors over here, interfaces cannot have constructors, whereas abstract class and concrete class can have constructors here. Got it? And the next comes object creation. That is nothing but instantiation. Okay, object creation is nothing but instantiation. So we cannot create an object of interfaces also. We cannot create an object of abstract class. We can create an object of only concrete class here. So what is the reason over here is it's very simple. Okay, see here guys. I have one interface. Okay, let me have one interface. See, interface. Okay, and the interface name is A. Open curly braces, close. An interface can have only abstract methods, so I'll have a method called as M1 method. Correct? This is an interface, and that interface name is A, and there is an abstract method called as M1 method. Clear? Now I'll have one abstract class. Okay. How will I create an abstract class? See, abstract class. Okay, and I have the abstract class name as B. So here abstract class can have abstract methods and concrete methods. Okay. Imagine we have one concrete method. Okay, that's fine. but there's a possibility here that we should also can have an abstract method also. So I'll have one abstract method which is m2. So now in an abstract class, we have to explicitly define it as abstract keyword. In an interface, it is automatically public and abstract. But in an abstract class, we need to explicitly define it as abstract. Okay. So if I don't do it, it's an error. Okay. So here, okay, this is one possibility. And the next part which we are supposed to understand is a concrete class. Normal class C. Concrete class can allow only concrete methods. So I'll have m3 method. Okay. So here I'll just have hi, some implementation called as hi. So here if I create an object of C, C obj equals to new C of, I create an object, and when I tell obj dot m3 method, I am calling that m3 method, and what is the implementation? Hi. Hi will be printed here. So concrete class can have only concrete methods. That is a complete method which has declaration also, implementation also, head also, body also. So we can successfully create an object and we can access the method here. But now if I create an object of abstract class B, obj equals to new B of, I create an object of B, and when I tell obj or dot m2 method, I am calling the m2 method implementation. I am calling the m2. What is the implementation? There's no implementation at all. So abstract class is an incomplete class, meaning it is not having complete concrete methods. Okay. So therefore we cannot create an object of abstract class. Interface is also same. A equals to new A of, I create an object A dot m1 method. If I try to call the m1 method, is there any implementation? No. So what will be the output here? Nothing. So therefore, okay, we cannot create an object of interfaces. We cannot create an object of abstract class. In Java, if you can create an object here, but you can create only for concrete classes. Got it? Okay, this is the higher level, but we have a lot of upgradations later. Okay, you'll all understand all those. Okay, but typically speaking over here, okay, we cannot create an object of interface and abstract class because they are incomplete, because there is a possibility of having abstract methods. So in Java, we can create an object of only concrete class here. This is what I have spoken about it. Clear? The next thing which we have to understand here is, okay, abstract methods here. Okay, let us try to talk about abstract methods. Can interface have abstract methods here? Yes, 101% we can have. Okay, abstract class, yes, but concrete class, no. Abstract methods can be there in an abstract method. Abstract methods can be there in interface and abstract class, but concrete class will never ever allow the abstract methods here. Got it? And the last difference over here is, okay, concrete methods here. Okay, concrete class will allow concrete methods, yes. Okay, abstract class will allow concrete methods, yes. But interfaces, okay, it can allow only abstract methods, yes. But concrete methods are allowed, okay, yes, from JDK 1.8. Okay, from JDK 1.8, we can have static and default concrete methods. Okay, typically speaking, interfaces cannot have concrete methods at all. Okay, but we can have concrete methods in an interface from JDK 1.8, and those are static and default concrete methods. Okay, directly normal concrete method we cannot have no matter what. But then from JDK 1.8, we can have static and default concrete methods. So this is the difference which they are going to ask in interview over here. And don't try to screw it up. Okay, constructors, as soon as they tell constructors, visualize here. Okay, interface cannot have constructors. Abstract class, yes. Concrete class, yes. But object creation, only concrete class. Okay, we cannot create an object of interface and abstract class. And abstract methods can be allowed in interface and abstract class, whereas concrete class, no abstract methods. Okay, concrete methods, yes. Concrete class can have concrete methods. Abstract class can have abstract and concrete. Interfaces, it's only abstract only. But from JDK 1.8, we can have static and default. Okay, from 1.8 version. Before that, only abstract methods here. No matter what, you can have only abstract methods. Okay, so this is the couple of differences between what is abstract and what is concrete and what is interface here. Got it? But now you need to always understand over here, sir, but why do we have interface? Why do we have interface? Why do we have abstract class, and why do we have concrete class? So I will explain this here. Okay, just another 5-10 minutes. Okay, we would be done here. Okay, so here just concentrate for a couple of minutes here. Okay, so this is very important. So now guys, imagine you have an interface, and that interface name is A. Okay, and I have an abstract class B, open curly braces, close curly braces, and you have a concrete class C. Okay, typically speaking, interface can have only abstract methods. Okay, interface can have only abstract method. Abstract class can have abstract and concrete methods, and concrete class can have only concrete methods. Correct? No? So this is what the typical part of this data here. Okay, so I have written 3 steps: interface, abstract, concrete. Interface can have only abstract methods wherein we have only declaration, no implementation. Abstract class can have both the type of methods, abstract methods also, concrete methods also. Whereas concrete class can have only concrete methods. Clear now? This is the hierarchy which we need to follow here, right? Now here, imagine guys, you are trying to construct a house. Okay, you are trying to construct a house here. Okay, first you have a plot. First, what will you do? You will just plan here. Okay, you'll do only planning. Correct, you will do planning here. So you have a plot and you want to construct a house. So what will you do? You'll do planning. Okay, ground floor basement, okay, used for parking. First floor 1 BHK, second floor 2 BHK, third floor, terrace garden, fourth floor some kind of blah 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 blah. You'll do only planning. You know what to be done, but you are not sure of how to be done. Correct? No. So first you want to build a house here. You'll do only planning. No. Oh, first floor this, second floor this, third floor this, fourth floor one penthouse, blah blah blah. You will do only planning. You know what to be done, but you have no idea how to be done. So that is called as interface. Interface will have only abstract methods, meaning only declaration. It knows what to be done, but how to be done, there is no implementation. So first step is always planning. That is nothing but an interface. Later, the second step is you will start constructing the house. Okay, so you have not yet constructed, you're still constructing, building. Okay, so that is nothing but, if your goal is to build 10 floors here, 5 floors are built and 5 floors are yet to be built. It's still in the construction stage. Okay, 5 months done. So you have built first floor, second floor, third floor, but fourth floor, fifth floor, sixth floor are still pending here. So that is nothing but abstract class, meaning half methods are implemented if you are concrete methods, and if you are abstract methods. Half methods you have provided the implementation, and half methods you have not provided the implementation. Clear? So now later comes the constructed stage. Okay, constructed. Your house is successfully constructed. That is nothing but concrete class. Only concrete methods are allowed here, meaning complete methods. First floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, everything is done. Okay. So now once the house is successfully constructed, can you go and stay over there? Can you go and stay? Huh? That is the reason object creation is possible only for concrete class. So you have an empty plot. You have just planned. Can you go and stay? No. Your house is in construction stage. Can you go and stay? No. Once your house is constructed, can you go and stay? Yes. So therefore, object creation is possible for concrete class, but abstract class and interface, we cannot create an object. Got it here? So here similarly, once you develop any project over here, okay, once client comes to you and explains the requirement over here, you will first jump into interface layer. wherein you know what to be done. Only abstract methods. You know what all to be done, but you have no idea how to be done yet. As a developer, you are just planning. Okay, you have not yet done how to do it and all. Later is the abstract layer, abstract class here, wherein you know the implementation for a few functionalities, and a few functionalities you have not yet implemented. So it's abstract layer. Half methods you have successfully developed, half methods you have not developed yet. And concrete classes, it's you're successfully done. Okay, production level. So you have to launch the product here, production level. So it has complete concrete class, concrete methods you successfully built. Now you will launch it. Now you will launch it within the market after testing and all. So first is planning, then constructing, constructor. Correct? Planning is interfaces, constructing is abstract class, and constructor is concrete class. Correct? Object creation is possible only for a class, okay, that is concrete class. Why? If a house is successfully built, you can go and stay. If it is in construction stage here, because there's no painting, no interior design, nothing, how can you go and stay? Practically not possible, right? So that's how we are supposed to understand what is an interface, abstract class, and a concrete class here. Okay, so this is all about the entire process here. Got it? So what have we done in today's session here? Okay, in today's session, probably from past 2-3 sessions, we did what is concrete class, abstract class, and today you understood what are interfaces. So there are two definitions which you need to understand. Interface is a Java type definition which has to be declared using interface keyword, or it's a medium between two systems. One is client, another one is object with services. We know the syntax, and we know if can it have abstract variables? Yes, it's public, static, and final always. Methods, yes, it's automatically public and abstract, and we know is a relationship as well. Okay, and I have given you the UML notation of how do we develop a Java program and represent it pictorially, and we also saw one beautiful example as well. Okay, and later we saw the differences between interface, abstract, and concrete, and I gave you an example about when do we choose what. Okay, so this is all about it. And we also spoke about once you are inheriting, implementing an interface, override the abstract method. While overriding, the access specifier has to be same or of increased visibility. Can one class implement multiple interfaces and extend one class? Possible, but it has to extend and then implement it. Interface does not have constructors here. Okay, so therefore, we cannot create an object of it, and we have seen those differences as well. Okay, so this is all about the entire process about understanding what is a relationship and how do we achieve, all those respective data here. Got it? So this is all about it here. Okay, this is all about today's session here. There is a couple of questions here. I shall try to answer it. What about hybrid inheritance, sir? Is it possible to achieve in Java using interfaces? Absolutely. Why don't you try? So we have an interface called as A. Okay. So, you can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. See? So we have an interface. Yeah, there are a couple of interview questions which I shall try to talk about it now. But yeah, hybrid inheritance with respect to interfaces, 101% possible. Okay. You can explore it. Okay. And there was a couple of questions here, that is difference between extends and implements. Okay, so class to class, typically once you want to acquire the properties here, inherit the properties here, you will always make use of extends, creating a subclasses or sub interfaces. Okay, implements is when you have to provide the implementation for an interface. Okay, so there is no implementation. When you want to provide the implementation, then you will make use of implements with respect to interfaces. But extends is nothing but we are creating a subclass for it. Okay, so that way we make use of extends here. Got it? But yeah, this is all about it. Okay, this is all about the entire session, guys. Okay, so anyone having any questions here, please let me know. Any questions, anyone? Quickly tell me. Okay, so when do you conduct offline classes here? Okay, offline classes are started for new batches here. Since if you want to quit online and start offline, that's possible. Okay, but a lot of them are from other states here. So I shall try to complete my entire Java online only. For 61, 62, 63 batch, I'll be completing Java through online only. But a few of them who are in Bangalore, okay, and who wants to attend offline classes, they're free to do it. Okay, you can come and attend the offline classes here. Clear? Great. So any other questions, guys? Hey, respond, no, everyone? Any questions in today's session here? How many days to complete Java? Probably we have a month. Okay, we have one more month. Okay, because uh, I'm not sure when 61 and 62 was started, because I started 63. So it's 63 is going in one pace. We have not yet completed even 2 months, I believe, for 63 batch. It's only 1.5 month here. Okay. So for 61 and 62, Keshav sir had started, right? So his flow is different from my flow. Probably that's one of the reason it might extend. But yeah, we'll try to finish it as soon as possible. Clear? Great, guys. Okay, so we shall wind up a session for today and catch up tomorrow with a new topic here. Okay, done, guys. Okay, so thank you all. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.